we've seen, and you know, there are not a ton of people, but there are some folks out there. In the meantime, let's go to WNBC's Bruce Beck and this report on what some New Yorkers have to say about the blackout. And you spent some time actually directing traffic?
Yes, at 53rd and 7th Avenue.
How long did you go for?
About 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yeah, it was great fun.
Did anyone listen to you?
Everybody listened to me. You point your finger and say stop, and they stopped. It was just incredible.
Was that somewhat of a revelation?
Well, I just kind of was surprised they would listen to a little fat man here standing with a beard, and they did what I asked them to do. They did it. It was great.
So what do you got going on there?
I'm just filming Times Square like it's never been seen before.
In no way, shape, or form, right?
Never. When are you going to ever see this again, except maybe at the end of the world?
At the end of the world.
Is this a family experience?
It certainly is.
What streets was Times Square
A
on?
little hot, a little humid.
6th and...
You guys having a good time?
Was it like 35th and 6th or something like that? Around that area?
35th Street, 6th Avenue?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's that general area. I don't know New York that well. So.
Honestly, have been great.
Well, if we get on 6th and back and forth.
What's going on?
Yeah, on 37th Street, like a whole building is having a barbecue and a good time.
Yeah, it was 6th Avenue in
The
America.
building, the lighted candles, and eating all the food they have left.
I don't know what the cross street was.
They're having a good time.
Who are you inviting?
What?
Look
Who are you
out.
invited? You two.
Have you ever experienced anything like this?
No, we're supposed to see a Broadway show tonight, but this is kind of cool too.
Whoa! The Broadway star, huh?
Good reflex.
It's kind of sad, but we get refunded, so it's all right.
Is this an experience, though, that you think you'll remember?
Yeah, I didn't expect to come to New York and hang out on the curb and just, it feels kind of small town almost.
Yeah.
Are you having fun?
Having a ball.
Some of the people on the streets of New York tonight who are
Watch the
dealing with the
intersection.
blackout. But the blackout is not just in New York. It also is in the state of Connecticut, north of New York.
That's the trade center side, isn't it?
Connecticut, WBIT's Brad Tracy is standing by to bring us up to date on the power outage there. And Brad,
Or is it down further?
Connecticut's Gold Coast not shimmering Thursday night. Quiet streets of Westport to Stamford's busy boulevards. No power, no lights, no choice.
I'm not turning it on. I just want to make it more seen.
These Stamford neighbors escaped their stifling apartments for a bit of bonding.
look at the neighborhood. Yeah, all these neighbors around here.
There's the trade center side.
No light. The light is still going. We have to keep on leaving.
At hospitals across Fairfield County, backup generators and emergency plans kicked
Yeah,
in.
for crossing
At
people.
Stanford Hospital, Plan D went into effect to ensure patient safety.
Since the power outage now, we've actually had 2 deliveries happen in our labor and delivery unit, and they've both been successful. The mothers and babies are both fine. So
What do you want to do? You want to drive up?
The group perhaps the most impacted by the power outage, Connecticut commuters just looking to get home. With both Metro North and Amtrak at a standstill, travelers use their ingenuity and the almighty dollar to find their way to their family. Who got out of the city by cab? How much did it cost?
$400,000.
Oh my God!
Others had better luck, finding
$400.
We ran down for Connecticut plates, of which there were 1 million, and we just went running up, knocking on windows, saying, "Will you take us home?"
That's the situation in Stamford, Connecticut. That was Brad Drazen. I thought Brad was live, but Brad was on tape. He's in Stamford, Connecticut.
Yeah.
He's with WBIT TV in Connecticut. And we continue our coverage now. We've been looking at the streets of New York and telling you about the situation that's going on there. The lights are still out in Manhattan.
Where are we?
Beginning to come on in some
Going
of
up to the
other boroughs of
FDR.
New York. But
Oh, satellite. Oh, we're looping around the bottom of the city? Yeah. Cool. We're just gonna go back home then?
probably check out Times Square.
Well, just be careful, because no traffic lights.
I know.
Crazy people, it's nighttime now. Look, the dark tunnel.
those buildings still don't have air conditioning today. Ashley Banfield told us that some of them don't have water because I'm assuming that when the electricity goes off, some of the water pressure drops in the city of Manhattan, and it's much more difficult to get that pressure going and get that water up to some of the high-rise buildings during a power outage. We mentioned looting. We've also heard that it's a different situation in Ottawa, Canada, where there is some looting according to widespread.
Brooklyn Bridge.
Areas of the city, but we had pockets that first caused our members a good deal of difficulty in dealing with that situation. We seem to have it fairly well under control now, and
make sure that things remain calm as they have been throughout the day. Many people stranded on subways were rescued. Many people stranded on elevators rescued. But this is not the first time this has happened in New York. It's happened many times before, as NBC's Bob Fall reports.
In blackouts, civilization flickers and is also reborn. August 1977, all 5 New York City boroughs go dark. A night of terror, Time magazine called it. Looters breaking into abandoned stores, setting fires. Nearly 3,800 people are arrested. Damage estimated at $300 million. There is confusion.
Yeah. It's such a huge city. Well, a lot of that changed. September 11th.
How many more cars to walk out? 6. Make sure that this
We're going to continue our coverage on CNBC right up.
6th Avenue. Live from 6th Avenue. The blackout of 2003.
spend a weekend
Stop.
at the same rental on the beach. Ever since, she's dreamed of having the financial ability to bring everyone back to that house for the entire season.
That's you.
The reunion begins tomorrow. So I worked with my client, embraced that dream, and made it my own. Because helping people realize dreams is what I do at Morgan Stanley.
To get down to business, someone else closed the deal. Work with someone who worked with you. We're realtors. Real estate is our life.
I wonder how our home equity loan's going.
I'll check.
Nice to compete over you? Come to LendingTree.com. Fill out one form and get up to 4 offers within hours. Nice compete, you win at LendingTree.com.
Come on, let's take a look.
This is downtown New York City, Manhattan. Sure no one will believe me.
I walked all the way from Wall Street to here because I actually live here in Midtown, about 4 blocks from here. So.
All across the east, all the way out to Detroit. It may be a slow process, as Mayor Blackbird of New York City said. It may take several hours, and they're hoping to have the power on in the morning. But if they don't, well, New Yorkers will continue to try to deal with the situation as the moon shines over New York City tonight. I'm John Siegenthaler, and you're watching CNBC.
Wait, Mr. Cops.
That you need to know about. We're going to be going to New York for the latest news from NBC, and we'll be hearing live from one of North America's energy companies.
Get the bus.
Plus, how the markets are reacting in Asia. We go live to Singapore for a live market update. And the coverage doesn't stop there. Our market reporters are keeping...
The thing here is the Dow futures, because the futures have actually had the opportunity to react to the news. Now you can see it towards the back end of that chart. You can see the dip down, all back straight up again. That means that people have looked at the news, initially panicked, and then the market has bounced back as it's become clear that this is not a terrorist incident. We take a look at the Nasdaq future. It'll be interesting to see how many traders come back to work today. The NYSE is stating categorically that it will be fully functional today. There's the S&P futures at the moment at 334, and if we take a look at the 5-year, there's the 3-month again. That's the 3-month chart. Looking at the 10-year note there, and there's the 30-year bond yielding 5%.
What may have caused this incident, and unfortunately it's really just too early to tell. No doubt there will be a very, very in-depth
New York and a Capri Sun
national investigation into what happened, but at this point it's really too early to tell.
Jackie, is the system old and antiquated? Because those are two words that I have heard used to describe the grid in this particular area of the United States. And is it simply just lack of investment that could have caused the problem?
The utilities include do make significant investments in their equipment and their infrastructure, and but again, you know, at this point, it's really too early to be speculating about what the cause may have been.
But U.S. officials have been saying, and I quote here, a superpower Maybe it's time tomorrow night.
And again, I know that at National Grid we do invest millions and millions of dollars in our U.S. infrastructure every year, and no doubt our counterparts in the U.S. do that as well.
Okay, so lastly, when can we expect things to be back to normal?
Well, I really only comment on Niagara Mohawk's service territory. That's our upstate New York area. And Niagara Mohawk does serve about 1.5 million customers. 1.25 of...
Well, I think that a lot of the grocery stores, this whole block, is just filled with us.
We've been hearing this from a number of our correspondents across the northeastern United States.
There's buildings in front of me you can
And
kind
he's just joined us. Millions of people in northeastern America and Canada are still without
really dark
power
over here.
this morning. Officials say...
AT&T. Right, 811.
Yep, that's the one.
Hey, they run a lot of infrastructure. They better have power.
The fact is, it goes quite far and it spreads its tentacles into quite a lot of...